Peter Wright is not in great form. Michael Van Gerwen is up against a dangerous opponent in Matt Campbell. Gerwin Price has an incredibly tough tie against Ross Smith. And I've got a sneaky feeling Mike De Decker can cause some serious upsets. He's playing beautifully at the minute. Michael Smith is going to have to be on his game tonight.
I concur wholeheartedly with every sentence you just uttered.
You reckon all four are going to lose?
83.
No, I think all four will have
Johny requires 66.
trouble.
Yes, I think they may. No trouble here for the Ferrets, because that's a 14-darter to cut the gap. Still plenty of work to do for Johny Clayton, though. I assume he must have. That's a question to be answered another day.
Topped up from the challenge tour.
Of course, right, there we go.
140.
Well, Tom 40 from Clayton leaves 101. He might be taking control of this game.
140.
Nothing that Raymond can do to stop the Ferret. Okay, 86 left, treble 18 for double 16. Doesn't quite happen.
Do you know what? I wonder if that dart next to the treble 20 could have been a guide. And
well, made your point for you there, hasn't it?
Yeah, thanks, Johnny. Should have thought of that first, pal. Just went in between the 6 and the 10, didn't care which double he threw at.
The Ferret is nibbling at his ankle. Now it's halfway up his leg. And now he's somewhere he really, really doesn't want him to be. And it's within one visit of the match.
Johny require 100.
He hasn't been too far off the standard of yesterday, Raymond, for most of the match, but the last couple of legs have been trouble for him, and that's a little bit different from Clayton. Often he'll just go for his shots, won't he?
He tends to make the decision at the very last moment. But he has left himself. Match starts at double 16. Oh my word, how has he put that third dart there? I think he's asking the same question.
Well, we saw Raymond have a go at the big fish to save his skin earlier on. No, it's not in, Brian.
96.
Johny Clayton couldn't believe that his match darts weren't in, but he has more. And that one is in, and that is a win for Johny Clayton. The pair of them as well, Dirk van Dijvenbode for the German giant, Martin Schindler taking on Raymond van Barneveld. Is it another?
Picking up where he left off, Nico Springer. 9 darts thrown. And he's going to get a look at 88 to break throw. What an opening leg from the pair of them here.
Yeah, super stuff. Gets a dart at double 7. Oh, lovely start for Nico Springer.
So much time as well. Vandenberg can't leave a finish off the back of this. Poor leg from Dimitri.
171.
That's a good visit, but it's a rather pointless one if Springer just cleans this up.
36.
Or even if he comes back and hits the remaining 40.
Yeah, Vandenberg took too long to hit his big score. Springer
96.
opened up with a 12-dart break. 16-dart hold. It is 2-0 to the delight of the crowd here in Riesa. Gets it down to 130. What can Springer reply with?
121.
A couple of trebles puts him on a much more makeable out shot. Only one treble required here, but that would only leave the ball, and that's blocked somewhat. Hence a little shuffle across. Fails to find, and it means that Springer will get at least a dart at the bullseye.
Level 17, 16 segment. Bullseye for 5-1. And everything is going the way of Nico Springer. Vandenberg was waiting to pounce, but it's now a 5-1 lead. It's a commanding position for Nico Springer. Just to keep yourself in it, just for a holder throw.
$66.
Wow.
Nico, you require 41.
Well, this is a darting dream unfolding in front of their very eyes. Oh, he thought it was in. He had to look around the corner.
Reprieve for Dimitri van den Berg, but still awkward. One for double one. Desperate for Dimitri, and he pulls it low. It's just not happened for van den Berg. And Springer, who's missed 2 for the match already, has got 3 if needed. But what would be an impressive win. And a place in the final day here at Reset for the 2nd consecutive year.
Oh, that's made it pretty difficult.
24.
Both of those darts high, going for the double 16 and therefore blocking a big chunk of that double 8.
Same equation with Dimitri. Will it be the same outcome? Or will he finally get this leg? One of those games for Dimitri van den Berg. Surely this time Springer will finish the job.
6 missed already. But Nico does spring a shot.
Peter Wright is obviously out of form. Van Gerwen should not underestimate Matt Campbell, even though he's had problems because his luggage hasn't arrived. Ross Smith, Gerwen Price is a brilliant game whenever. But Ross Smith looks amazing right now. And Mike Dedeker is probably playing the best darts of his life. Michael Smith has got to be wary of him. I think that all 4 of the top players in the world could have problems tonight. And certainly in the early stages of this, Peter Wright may have a problem.
Yeah, and sandwiched in those games you were talking about, Dirk van Dijvenbode versus Gabriel Clemens, and Schindler versus Raymond van Barneveld. A real stacked card here in the evening session in Reset.
Much more like it from Peter Wright, this, isn't it? Double top for a 12-dart leg. Oh, how about this? Jose started this match with a...
He never lets on, even if he is, if there's an issue of confidence, isn't it? He always believes. When he lost that heartbreaking Premier League to Michael van Gerwen, it was a case of, I'll get him next time. He says the right things, and he makes you believe that he's still confident, and well, I think he generally does.
It was only 2 or 3 days later, he turned up at the Pro Tour weekend, won the next event. I mean, there's no better sign for a man to shrug off the disappointment. And you're right, a lot of people, I think at the time when he was saying, I'll get him next time, I'll get him next time, there was always a next time, because he kept putting himself there, and eventually he did beat him, and he beat him well in a World Championship final. I mean, talk about doing it the hard way.
Yeah, it was incredible. And then went and won the title again 2 years later, so plenty more for Peter Wright to offer. Looking to set up this 180, good last start. Big ask for Jose here, but it's a doable. Needs to start on the trebles. It is now 51 for 36. Unlucky.
Well, maintains his focus to get the treble with the last start and leave himself on a double if Peter Wright is unable to take this. But he's 3 out of 5 on the doubles. They're both finishing well in this game. Ooh, 25 and ball. That's not a help. It could have been a help. It isn't. It does not matter. It is a ridiculous from Peter Wright.
The scoreboard, he knows he's missed a bit of a trick there. Just this year.
43.
A bit of stuttering from Peter Wright here.
Now then, the Joker. Needs 2 trebles to get to a finish. Ooh, dear. It's not going to help him out. And again, some darts into that 5 segment have really not helped him in the last 2 or 3 legs. Causing some problems for Snakebite as well, mind.
Good switch. Needed that because he was coming all a bit too familiar with the 5s, Jose Justicia.
Ooh. Look at this double top. For a 1-4-5 to cap off the win. Peter Wright, just when it looked like he might have taken his foot off the gas. But they're a pretty standard setup, aren't they? They're not a world away from the sort of darts that Matt Campbell would be using normally. I think for some players it's more important than others. I mean, some players we've seen before will have the exact same 3 darts and they'll have them for years and years and years, and anything else feels alien.
Well, when Van Gerwen did start to change darts, they did start to feel alien, didn't they?
Yes.
He actually likes a set that feel a little bit aged, a little bit roughed up and worn down.
Well, some professional players will get new sets out the pack and actually give them to their mates to use them for 2-3 weeks or a month or whatever, just so it has that worn-in feeling, and then they're ready to go. They've got a few sets that are good to go for tournament play.
That indicates Van Gerwen is going for the big fish. That's not going to happen. And Campbell on a similar kind of out.
Ooh, now that opens the door, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
He'd have preferred that last dart not to have stayed in the board, because 130 is an easier finish, a less complicated finish than the 129.
We'll start on the 19s, and it may be a couple of double 18s now. That was the intention, but there's a chance here for Campbell to break the throw.
Double 8s. Matt Campbell leads this game by 3 legs to 2.
Yeah, looks set to move to the brink here, MVG.
2 treble visit, and Matt Campbell is just going to be applying some pressure. Here's one of them, and here's the other. This is no gimme, it might be one at the bull. Ooh, went bold. Got one at the outer ring. Wouldn't have got a dart at the bullseye, and that is a power move.
Well, he was so confident with the marker, wasn't he? But it is a dart at the bull for his opponent. Backed himself, MVG, but had to survive a missed dart at the button. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, that's the unlucky double 13. And this is a glorious chance for Matt Campbell.
Wow! Matt Campbell leads again. Michael Van Gerwen not only eschewing the safety route.
And it's 6 of the best now for the top seed in this tournament.
Well, what a game of darts this is. What a game.
Well, he threatened it earlier on, went back to back. 5 perfect darts will do him nicely in a leg he must win. Well, his feet are planted over the trapdoor in this tournament.
Yeah, that will do. Takes a big old lump out of that to give himself darts, probably for an 11 darter. Campbell can't apply the pressure. He has not been able to serve out the match. And so now he must break Van Gerwen for a 3rd time in this game in a last leg decider. Somebody loses this game and you still think they've been brilliant in this. But just 60. If Matt Campbell could hit his first 180 here. Well, even a 2 treble visit.
Even that statement makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, how has he kept up with this version of Michael Van Gerwen without even hitting a maximum in the match?
Well, I can't imagine he's had many treble-less visits. He's matched him on the 2 treble visits. He's blasted him out the park in 1 treble visit. I just don't think he's had turns where he hasn't picked up a treble. And he's doing it again. This is on a knife edge.
If this is only 60, the door is open.
Matt Campbell has to be considered favourite for this match right at this second. Will he be in 2 darts time? Again, the treble is there.
It's been a blockbuster bout, this. And Matt Campbell should get at least 1 dart to win it.
Treble 17 is there. Match darts.
And both are missed by Matt Campbell. Will he get any more?
Frustration for Campbell, who almost completed a sizable shot. That was pretty close to the treble 20 for Michael van Gerwen. Campbell's missed 2 for the match. Michael van Gerwen hits his second and wins a brilliant game of darts.
Price in command early here.
Rolling with the punches. Not sure how aware Price will be that he's lost his last 3 to Ross Smith, and again, even if he knows, it probably won't bother him.
He does. A lot of dart players at the top of the rankings, they think they don't focus on the rankings. Gerwen Price does, you know. He knew he was dropping out the rolling 16. At the Worlds, he was very conscious about it. He was defending a lot of prize money. He does know what's going on. Yes, he focuses on winning games, but he is aware of the various rankings.
Well, what's going on here is a 1-4-2 on top. Well, this is Premier Price.
At the minute, Gerwen Price, he's not world ranked #1, but in terms of his form the last month, you keep referring to it as marvellous March. He's been absolutely exquisite the last month, 6 weeks, Gerwen Price.
Chance here, though, for Smith to get into the game.
41.
Price will do his best to pressurise.
Forget this leg, maybe Gerwen Price. Won't be overly concerned. He's got himself a healthy lead. Ross Smith just to try and get a foothold. Crossed the double 10. He's missed a couple of double 6 in the opening leg and hasn't really had a look since. And that is a first leg. Still not overly thrilled.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind the boos on the walk-on. There are a few of those today, the pantomime stuff, but when he's throwing, it must be tough. I have to say, they've let this pair get on with it in this match, and Price certainly has done that.
This spell of form from Gerwen Price, though. Ross Smith fires in a 180 just to give him an outside chance. It does leave him a finish, but he may not even get a look at it. No, he's not going to. 11 down to 5-1, Gerwen Price. Averaging, call it 109.
They might well keep shrugging stuff off, but Ross Smith is suddenly strutting his stuff. Here's 1-2-6. It's a chance.
90. Russia require 126.
A couple of treble 19s, ideally. Just stepping back there, Ross. I think something in his eye line. There's one of them, so unless there's a glaring error here, there's going to be a doubt. He gets it. Well, double 6 he missed a couple at in the opening leg. Is it going to be his friend here? It's not.
A chance for Price. The step to me suggested that he really did want to hunt down that treble. Price finds the treble. He's already missed 2 darts at tops to win this match. But Price's purple patch continues.
Start getting within touching distance, but I don't think it's a gap that he'll be able to bridge.
He was fortunate he got in the team last year because Michael van Gerwen underwent some surgery, didn't he? And him and Danny Noppert had a decent run together. It's looking like it will be Michael van Gerwen. It'll certainly be Michael van Gerwen. Unlikely to be Danny Noppert. The Netherlands this year.
One score.
A couple of misses from Dirk, and we've seen big finishers threatened already in this game. This is going to be threatened. Might be taken out.
Well, Gabriel Clemens had a dart to take out 140 in leg 1. Dirk had a dart to take out 142 in leg 2. Clemens misses there, and Dirk pounces and leads again. 3 legs, all on throw. Could have all been against the darts.
Not to have got another treble, though. The whole reason he was staying up there is because it increases the chances of getting one. He was unable to do so.
And the lie was really good as well. He'd have backed himself to get another treble. Let's look at the 70. To level up again here. 20. And double 16, 4-2 apiece. Just inside, so chance for Dirk van Dijven. A 119 can get awkward. If you hit the 57, you've potentially still may only get a dart at the bull. I don't think he's convinced that's the right score, but it is, Dirk, I assure you.
That's the right one, 62 left. That leaves the bullseye. And finally, we see a ton-plus checkout hit. Well, I've got no idea what's happened there.
Fifth leg, Dirk to throw first.
There's 3-1 up, we can confirm that.
50, it's 180, 170 out. He's thought about that. He's not just wildly thrown it somewhere. Oh, hello.
One runner.
Clemens,
Gabriel,
a couple of visits if needed on the 107. Claw a couple of legs back, here we go.
67.
Imagine he misses, but he'll return.
Gabriel, we require 40.
Asks a question of Gabriel.
Has he got the answer? He hasn't. All his hard work could be undone here. Van Dijvenbode has already took out 119 in this match and 114. Well, worst possible start. The shot's done. But a let off for Clemens. More darts to make it 5-3 here.
He's being offered a way back into this contest, Gabriel Clemens. And he eventually accepts the invitation. It is a 20-dart leg, but it's done 40 to leave a 2-darter. Well, he gets that, and that would have been in his mind when he towed the oche. That Van Dijvenbode should be getting match darts from here, and he might get a whole bunch of them, because Clemens will not leave a finish. And it's been a spirited performance from Clemens, but he's just been out-finished for a lot of this game. Treble 16 for the double.
64.
Disappointed not to finish the job there, but he'll be back. Clemens looking to pile pressure. And there's a little bit, but Dirk, who's already missed double 16 for the match, is going to get more shots here for a place in the last 16. They'll come across, going the wrong way. That does get there in the end, and a spirited performance by the German #1, but all the damage done early in the middle part of the match.
Despite a very good performance himself, survived 2 match darts against Canada's Matt Campbell. And the winner of this one will take on Nathan Aspinall.
Yeah, same section of the draw as Chizzy and Clayton, so some big guns in this quarter. But then again, with so few seeded players, unseeded players through, there are big guns everywhere.
84.
It's going to be good.
41.
Certainly is. This will have to be good. It's not good enough from Raymond van Barneveld.
65.
Good enough to stop Martin Schindler from getting a poke at this for a 2-0 lead at any rate.
Might hit the treble, it's a good guide, but it is the bull.
Good.
And he hits it. Well, Barney missed the ball.
136.
Looks like we've got a real game on here.
54. 148.
Got options here. I think he'll go on the 20s. Go on, get there.
The Barney will be looking to bed the bull and get himself 2 darts
82.
at double 16. Oh dear, needed the 25 because a single would have left a double
26.
and can't rescue it.
It's
In a very good position, he'll be disappointed now.
Double 16 to regain the lead. Not moving.
34.
Not finding the target either. It looked inviting. That's why he didn't move. And he'll be annoyed with that one, Shindy.
Double top then for the Dutchman. Barney breaks and he's...
And you may not get another visit after that, particularly when Barney leaves. Something of a signature shot.
Yeah, looking like a silly sausage now, Martin.
136.
Although that's not the first shot.
156.
Oh, get that punchline in here. Signature shot does not go. And Martin Schindler, the gambit.
32.
appears to have paid off.
And
And it does, 13 darter. 5-4 Shindy. Raymond van Barneveld must hold and then break, or we will be going out of the International Darts Open.
Yeah, another good gripping game this.
It is a two-darter, and it's quite an attractive two-darter, but it may be one that he's stranded on.
Gonna get a go. That tops for the match.
96.
Pulled it a little low, and Raymond van Barneveld gets what probably is one last chance.
Treble 19 for double 19, and they looked tired darts. One legendary Dutchman survived a couple of match darts and went through to the final day, and Michael van Gerwen. Raymond van Barneveld has been given one reprieve. Will he get any more? The answer is no, as Shindy books his place in the final day here in Riesa.
He took out a Belgian himself in the first match of the season, Prime Man, he just mentioned.
The nonchalance of that, Smith was halfway to retrieving the dart as it went in.
93. Michael, you require 86.
Suitably alarmed to wake up here, the bully boy.
It's
more like it.
Michael Smith.
11 dart leg, Michael Smith.
Himself 4-1 behind because he's given De Decker 6 darts of this.
Well, he's had this chance already.
460.
Sorry, 1-3-2 it was earlier on. I meant the treble 20 and treble 16.
Similar equation though, wasn't it? Because he
Mike, you require 8.
wasn't threatened by Michael Smith. He was
Too much
able to
time,
go
yeah.
those routes.
Yeah, good point. Giving too much time, not having to bring bull shots into play. He's got to finish it, and it could
Michael, you require
still, even if Smith doesn't get rid of the 1-3-2, be awkward. Well, he's not going to, but it could get awkward for De Decker here.
92. Mike, you
Good leave in the
require
end.
4.
But De Decker has been up to it. Every question asked has been answered.
Brilliant dart from De Decker. And 3 of his 4 winning legs, sorry. 18, 18 and 90 down.
Can get this leg.
Absolutely now. Is it back to back? Brilliant by De Decker. Back to back maximum 3 for the match, but key is he's on 82 and he's going to get a shot at 82 for 5-1. Mike De Decker is in dreamland here.
Mike, you require 82.
17 then. And double top.
62.
Pulled that low, maybe
Michael,
just
you require
thought about it just for a
75.
split second.
Well, it could be a big moment this. He's got 2 darts at double 12.
63.
One of those games you feel for Michael Smith. De Decker
20.
just taking his time slightly for a 5-1 lead. It is 5-1. And again, a 14 dart breaker throw. De Decker in complete control.
Well, he's had so many more chances.
Game on.
He's outscored Smith, hasn't he? It's as simple as that.
56.
Still no major emotion from Mike De Decker. Very businesslike. He's got to stay straight here.
54.
Slight opening. Still a lot of work to do for Smith. Obviously in the match, but in this leg as well. And he gets a bounce out.
Could be a costly one as well.
30.
Difficult equation if he comes back. May not come back. The ball for the Belgian.
83. Michael, you require 151.
Oh, it's a shot this would be, and there's no sign of it going really. And story Michael Smith's game. Very little
83.
to write home about. 3 180s, but it's been so flat. And De Decker to finish the job.
And he does. Mike De Decker defeats Michael Smith. What we thought we might see a little bit of trouble for the bully boy, but